Canal here. Some of you might have been expecting to see me tonight, but I have to tell you, I don't think it's gonna happen.
You see, your boy Cal is a little under the weather. There's been some trouble at the farm, and my car is broke. My uncle's eyes need to get replaced. My mom's knees need to get flushed. And I just don't think I can be there and give you the best performance you deserve. So even though no amount of apologizing will make it okay, I think I have to say I can't be there with you today. And I am sorry.
Tricked ya. A little trick. I heard it was a little boy's birthday here today named Matthew. There he is. There he is right there. No, don't move from that area. Stay right there. Stay right there. At a safe distance. At a safe distance. Happy birthday. This one's for you, buddy. This one's for you. This one's just for you. It's a little bit of a freestyle I made. Hey, give me that. There we go. Give me that beat. I don't feel it enough. I don't feel it enough. Give me more beat. There we go. Even though I'm funny, yeah, I go hard. Even though I'm joking, yeah, I got bars. Yeah, I think they caught me, but I'm at large. Yeah, I play the Joker, but I got cards. I'll be the king in a matter of time. Cal steals your queen and jacks your eye. Maybe toilet jokes are out of touch, but your whole tape's crap, it's a royal flush. Little rappers get stayed at the vet. Pair them all up to count the diamonds I get. Bass God says I got the heart and soul. In my club, in my sweater, that's my ace in the hole. Like Gaga with my poker face. Cal kept it fleek while you're copy and paste. Like solitaire with how I'm laying it out. Cal kept it fresh while you're playing it out. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Cal's crossing over, I told him. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Cal's crossing over, I told him. Even though I'm joking, I get respect. Even when I go dumb, I got intellect. Even when I attack, I can protect. Even when I go off, I'm still on deck. I flex like Pump and I shuffle like Bruno. Pinochle set when these rappers play Uno. Cal's in this house and I am the dealer. Don't bring your aunt round, you're all stealer. Is this your card? Magic tricks. I'm act like Miller and I'm slick like Rick. That's their fix. I got nothing for you, I make him go fish. Got a mustache comb cause I'm ballin'. Got all my chips, now I'm all in. Don't talk to me trying to act tough, cause I'm feeling hands and I got your bluffs. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Cal's crossing over, I told him. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Cal's crossing over, I told him. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right. Woo! Hey, what up, cuck boy? What up, the cuck boy? You said you call me a cuck boy? You calling me a cuck boy? You call me a cuck boy over here? Woo! All right. Woo. All right, give me a sec, okay? Woo. Okay. All right. Just give me a sec, all right? Whew. Get my breath back. All right. Yeah, don't tact me. Don't tact me, okay? Give me a second. Give me a second. Don't tact me, okay? What the hell is that? What's it? What's that? That looks gross. Don't show me naked anime. Don't show me naked anime. Don't tact me. Don't tact me. Don't tact me. No, don't tact me. Don't tact me if you show me some anime. Don't tact me if your breath smells like fish fillet. Don't tact me if you can't name the 7 dwarfs. Don't tact me if you can't name a film with Pauly Shore. Don't tact me if you give bad vibrations. Don't tact me if you don't give citations. Don't tact me if you're literally Kevin Spacey. Don't tact me if you're figuratively Kevin Spacey. He is a bad boy. It's true. Don't tact me. Don't. No. Don't tact me. No, don't tact me. Don't tact me if you don't make me some garlic bread. Don't tact me if you don't sleep on a waterbed. Don't tact me if you don't like the Full House reboot. Don't tact me if you can't vote like Crash Bandicoot. Don't tact me unless you got Shrek on Blu-ray. Go to bed on Monday and wake up on a Tuesday. Don't tact me unless you brush your teeth properly. Don't tact me unless you respect private property. Don't tact me. I said it. Don't tact. Shh. Don't tact me. Don't you tact me. Don't tact me unless you're at the Canal Club. Don't tact me unless you got a keyboard. Don't tact me unless you're got nice facial features. Don't tact me unless you have beautiful flowing blonde hair. It doesn't matter if it's natural. It's a good look on you. You know, I see your roots. You need a touch up, but you know it's a good look. It's a good look. I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. What's going on?
Okay, Cal. That's enough fun. Come on back here. Come on back.
No, I don't want to come back there. Why should I?
Because tonight isn't all about you, dude.
It's not about me?
It's about you.
It's not?
Okay? You're gonna have to.
Why? What are you going to do if I don't?
Oh, I don't know. What if something bad were to happen to this?
My Weird Al tape!
Yeah, your Weird Al tape. Might be the last time you ever listen to Eat It again.
No, you wouldn't! What are you doing?
Ooh. Be a shame if the tape just came out of the cassette.
No! No, don't pull it out, Anthony! Leave my tape in the tape! No, Anthony, leave my tape in the tape! No! Not my tape! Leave my tape alone, Anthony! Monster!
No, it's coming out. And oh no, it's coming all the way out. Uh-oh.
Let's fucking march!
Hi, you got that. Yeah. Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Anthony Fantano here, the internet's I have personal friends of mine who are here, and you guys, I stepped in here acting like all shy and everything, but they're texting me saying, they're saying melon downstairs. They're saying melon over and over, and now I'm here and you're like trying to play it cool and everything. Like, yeah, we're just here to have fun and everything. We're not like super excited about it. We're just here to hang out and just kind of see whatever the fuck he does. Which, this is a real life, rock and music venue. It's my utmost, sort of priority to make sure that you guys are entertained at the end of all this, just to like, do a bit of a crowd work thing here, just kind of get it out of the way. Of course, I'm going to talk about a few serious things, but also memes. Memes, yes, thank you. Okay, well, let's get a bit of a feel for you guys. So, obviously you guys are on the internet, you interact with the things that I do on, on social media and so on and so forth. How many of you have kind of like advanced the best teeth in the game meme? You've typed that out, you've said it somewhere online, responded to me in that way. Okay, keep your hands up.
I have some time!
How many of you have done the whole blankthany blank Tano meme? How many of you done that? How many of you done the thing where you post a comment, but hands down. You don't know what I'm going to say yet. How many of you done the thing where, you leave a comment or you're responding like, hey Anthony, nice review, but you didn't need to say that super racist thing. How many of you done that terrible, awful meme? How many of you done it? Okay, interesting. Hands high. No, keep them up. I want to get a feel of everybody who does that. Everyone who does that. Okay. All right. Okay, well, keep your hands up. The hands have disappeared. Where the fuck are they? It doesn't matter. Your hands were up. Listen, if your hand was up because you did that meme, your DNA is now changed. You're gonna die in the next 24 hours, okay? Don't be upset about it. I don't want anybody coming up to me after the show like, hey, is there a way to reverse this? Or anything like that. But you're gonna die and you know that you deserve it, okay? You know that you deserve it. So don't. I will half-heartedly accept your apology, okay? I will half-heartedly accept it. And I see a mean guy over there with the glasses and the hat. Mwah. I appreciate that. So this first thing that I'm going to do, I need a guinea pig. The guy jumping up and down. He put in the most effort, obviously. Okay, calm down. You heard the song, don't talk to me. Okay, you heard the song. Are you saying he looks like a cross between Post Malone and Nardwuar? I guess I see it a little bit, just a little bit. Go easy on the guy though. I'm really seeing kind of a mix of things. There's a bit of Post Malone, Nardwuar, there's a bit of a Homestar Runner thing going on over here. There's like a bit of a Waldo thing going on here, which I don't knock. I have a striped shirt too that's red, I really love it. Someone said Frank Zappa, there's a bit of a Frank Zappa thing going on here. There's a lot going on. And there's also a melon watch. He has a melon watch on. Obviously that has significance. Okay, so listen. Now you're just being mean, okay? I did not invite this man on the stage for you guys to beat up on him, okay? Please be nice to him. He's really kind of going out of his comfort zone here to be up on stage and participate in this segment, okay? So what I'm going to need you to do, when I read you something, I need you to guess to me whether or not it is a Kanye West tweet or is it a Charles Manson quote. Can you see that over here? Can you see that? So this is what you're going to be doing. So, as I'm reading you the quote, I need you to not look at the screen. Just listen to me. You can hear me right. You can hear me well. So you're going to tell me either or, and crowd can, sort of throw answers out there too if they want to, so you guys can participate at home. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay, do you follow Kanye on Twitter? No, you don't? Okay. Do you follow Charles Manson on Twitter? You read a book about him? Okay, all right, that's good, that's good. That should give you some insight. That should give you some insight. All right, let's go. First quote. First quote. First quote is, I never thought I was normal, never tried to be normal.
Just the way it's said, kind of sounds Kanye.
Sounds fine. Kanye, final answer?
Yeah, Kanye.
Oh, it's Charlie. It's Charlie. You fucked up on the first one. On the first one. Next quote. Next quote. I understand that you don't like me, but I need you to understand that I don't care.
Kanye. Gotta be Kanye.
It's Kanye. It's Kanye. You did it. You did it. You did it. It's Kanye. All right, next one. Next one. There's a silent majority of people that have been silenced for too long.
The crowd's saying Kanye. It could be either one, so I'm gonna go.
Charlie.
Kanye.
It's Kanye. You got it. You got it. Good boy. Good boy. You're redeeming yourself after that first one. All right, let's go. Next one. You know, a long time ago, being crazy meant something. Nowadays, everybody's crazy.
That's Charlie. That's Charlie. No doubt, Charlie.
It is Charlie. You got it. You got it. You got it. It is Charlie. Yes. We're so excited about this. So excited. There's literally nothing that you're going to get out of this other than just embarrassment of the videos that people put online. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, next one. You have to accept yourself as God. You have to realize that you're just the devil just as much as you're God, that you're everything and you're nothing at all.
That's Manson. Yeah, Manson.
Yeah, it's Charlie. It's Charles Manson. You got it. You got it. Next one. Next one. If I had a desire, it would be to... Excuse me. If I had a desire, it would be to be free of desire.
Kanye.
It's Charlie. That one trips everybody up. That one trips everybody up. Everybody gets tripped up on that one. It's just really Charles having a Kanye moment, I guess. And looking particularly cute in this picture over here. He's just like a snuggle bear in that photo. All right, next one. Next one. Fear takes strategy, unlearn linear thinking, hit you with these zigzag thoughts.
That's gotta be Kanye. Come on, please.
It's Kanye. You got it. You got it. It's Kanye. Next. I'm probably one of the most dangerous men in the world if I want to be, but I never wanted to be anything but me.
It sounds like something. Charlie said something similar to that, so I'm gonna go with Charlie.
Yeah, it's Charles Manson. You got it. You got it. You look like you could be in his cult. You look like you could be in the Charles Manson cult. You fucking kill it in that cult, dude. You'd be like top tier cult member. You'd be S tier. You'd be like in the top 5. Next. Rules are structured for people who can't carve their own path successfully.
Kanye.
Yeah, that's funny. You got it. You got it. I think we have one more. We have one more. Look down at me and you see a fool. Look up at me and you see a god. Look straight at me and you see yourself.
Kanye.
It's Charlie. It's Charlie. Come here, just give me a hug. Give me a hug. And go to the merch table. My dude Luis is over there. Just get a hat, get a shirt, go do your thing. Go get some. Give me a hug. Do a photo with me now. You got a phone on you? So do a photo with me now. You need your glasses. So particular. So particular. Wow, you're just really... I have to wear the glasses? Why? Okay. This is so much more than I bargained for. Go get your swag and behave the rest of the show. Behave the rest of the show. Please behave. Thank you. To him, thanking him. You did a really good job. Give him another round of applause, please. All right, this next segment is not quite as silly. It's a little more on the serious side. It features somebody who you guys know and love. I'm sure you love his YouTube channel and you follow him really closely. And he's it's totally about Filthy Frank. Somebody already spoiled it like a dum-dum. This video's about your boy. This segment's about your boy, Paul Joseph Watson. Yes, the left and postmodernism and cultural Marxism and Imagine My Shock. Yes, exactly. Yes, you know all the memes. You know all the and the urinal, the fucking urinal. So last time we were talking about Paul, we realized that he doesn't really know that much about pop music because he's a whiny piece of shit. And just sits around listening to the Smiths all day in his apartment, which he never leaves. Did someone boo the Smiths? I mean, hey, listen, I don't like Morrissey as much as the next guy, but yeah, you should eat your veggies. He should eat his fucking veggies. You're a fucking piece of shit. All he does is eat fucking potatoes and fucking pasta and bread and nuts. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? So Paul Joseph Watson over here, he did a video, a very thoughtful piece on Childish Gambino's "This Is America." I don't know if anybody saw this, but we're gonna be talking about it right here, right now. Let's have a little bit of fun talking about it. So Paul, take it away, Paul. Why exactly did you do this video? What is the point of this, Paul? What exactly do you have to add to this conversation?
Why am I analysing This Is America by Childish Gambino? Because millions upon millions of people have blithely swallowed the social justice narrative that it promotes.
Oh, is that why you're doing it, Paul? You're saving us from the social justice narrative of This Is America? I thought you were talking about the song because your views are down half since the Trump election. Ouch, Paul. Ouch. Where'd your views go, dude? It's like you're just spiraling and nobody cares about you anymore, and you're just a lapdog to a guy who thinks the government is turning the frogs gay. Remember when you said that you would respond to me, Paul? You said, yes, I'll be making a response video to this balding-triggered hipster douchebag. And I said, bring it, you limey cunt. And all you did was just hide in your apartment like a big old pussy. You think because you're surrounded by water I can't get to you?
Celebrity boxing match!
The next tour is over there, fuckhead. Also, Paul, instead of responding to me, he would much rather support Pizzagate, which is a weird online conspiracy about people running a child sex trafficking ring out of a pizza place, which I used to work at a pizza place for 10 years. Worst place to run a child sex trafficking ring, okay? Like, worst place. The ingredients are downstairs, and it's usually musty in the basement, and there's customers around everywhere. Worst place to do that sort of thing. So, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, let's see what else Paul has to say, this piece of shit. Oh yeah, also, I forgot about this because I want to erase it from my memory. This is how much of a piece of shit Paul is. Day Anthony Bourdain dies, he's retweeting this tweet when he says, I'm just not a Hillary Clinton fan. I've been on the receiving end of her outrageous wrath and it ain't fun. And of course he retweeted that in a thread talking about how shitty Trump and his lawyer are. So he's like, yeah, look at my crowd. Anthony Bourdain didn't like Hillary. Because he's just like on this 2-minute hate shit because him and his fans are also fucking narrow-minded and idiotic. So what else you gotta say, Paul?
This video is basically the antidote to everything Kanye has been saying for the past few weeks.
What? Paul, do you know what the fucking words that you just said mean? This video is basically the antidote to everything Kanye has been saying for the past few weeks, meaning the Trump stuff and the Candace Owens stuff. Antidote meaning a medicine taken or given to counteract a particular poison. Paul, you fucking played yourself before we're even a minute into the video. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you just literally just shit all over your own point before we've even gone into it, but, let's just do it to go through the motions because we've already got our pants off. We might as well just go all the way in, as long as it's consensual. Remember the C word.
I am questioning the phony, race-baiting, divisive narrative that the video seeks to elevate. So Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, is essentially playing the role of America. White America, to be more precise. Glover massacring the gospel singers is a reference to the racist murder of black churchgoers in Charleston. The guy shot at the beginning of the video also looks like Trayvon Martin's dad, cementing the Black Lives Matter theme that racist white America is hunting down African Americans.
A couple of things. I love how, to Paul, when a black person shoots a black person, it's a white person shooting a black person. That's interesting. Because everything needs to be fed through that mindset of his. When a black person breathes, it's a slight against white people. Also, I love how when he sees another black person with a bald head and a beard, oh, Trayvon Martin's dead. That's the only other black person with a beard and a bald head that I can think of, so it must be... I should have been smarter about that because they said that at the last show, and you guys are just really kind of fucking it up for me. Thank you very much. Just really throwing it up for me. Thank you. And also, you're sounding racist now too, about as racist as Paul. Come on. What the fuck? All right. Well, moving on from there. Thank you for disappointing me. So Paul over here just can't not look at this video as, hey, maybe it's just about gun violence in general. Obviously, gun violence affects some groups of people disproportionately more than others, but why can't this just be a video about gun violence? Why does it need to be this slight against white people? Why does it need to be this anti-white video or something? Well, the actor actually wasn't supposed to be Trayvon Martin's dad. His name is Calvin II. He's, like I said, an actor, he's a musician. And he said in TMZ video that, yeah, there's actually no intentional connection there, and he apologized if there was some kind of confusion about that because he would have hated for Trayvon Martin's dad to have seen the video and maybe be upset by it, thinking there was some kind of connection, but in fact there isn't. And Paul, how is this song divisive? It's the #1 song in the country. You don't get to be the #1 song in the country if white people aren't listening to it. So, like, who exactly is this song dividing? Everybody here seems to enjoy the song. I see a lot of white faces in the crowd. And, I mean, are you guys listening to the song like, oh, I'm white, oh, I hate myself, oh, I'm just so mad that I'm white right now. Like, maybe it's dividing people who are smart from people who watch Paul Joseph Watson. Maybe there's division there. There's obviously a divide there happening. But outside of that, I don't see the division that Paul is finding in this video. What else do you got to say, Paul?
Strangely absent from the 4-minute video is any reference whatsoever to the #1 killer of black people in America, which is other black people. A fact you'd think would be part of the conversation if Glover really cared about black lives. Also absent is the fact that black people kill more white people than vice versa.
Oh, Paul, I thought we weren't going to be race baiting here, Paul. I thought you were not a race baiting guy. You don't like race baiting, but in fact, here we are actually race baiting. But if we actually look at violence statistics, by your own logic, why should white people be concerned? Because if we look at the DOJ statistics, white people are more violent toward white people than any other group of people. So why should white people be worried about what you just said? Because obviously we should be more worried about, I mean, I'm actually kind of scared with all you guys looking at me. With this 56.6% percentile over here, with that, I mean, the likelihood that one of you is going to attack me once I get off the stage is much higher than a Hispanic person attacking me once I get off the stage. So pretty freaked out right now, honestly. Moving on from there, let's see what else Paul has to say.
The song's first bridge talks about how entertainment media is serving as a distraction from bigger issues at hand.
What are you talking about? The entertainment industry is now wall-to-wall social justice, racism, and identity politics. You can't get through a late-night comedy monologue, an NFL national anthem.
Whoopsie, Paul. The NFL just ruled that teams have to be fined if the players kneel during the anthem, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you not paying attention to anything? Do you not get the news in your apartment? Also, on top of that, since this is a music show, let's talk about how social justice the industry is, right? Here's like the Hot 100, first 50 of the Hot 100 right now, right? Let's see how much social justice is on here. There's got to be a ton. Here we have Better Now by Post Malone, a song that I predicted would be a hit, by the way, in my review. But also, what is this song about? Is this a super social justice? Is this a social justice banger? No, it must be XXX Tentacion Sad. He must be sad about social inequality. That's what the song has to be about. We have Perfect by Ed Sheeran. The Ginger Fury. That's probably about things not being so perfect. We have God's Plan from Drake. It's probably about religious institutions oppressing people or something. The closest thing to anything Paul is saying here is J. Cole's KOD, and I don't even want to see a show of hands as to who's listening to that right now. So let's move on from here. Let's see what else Paul has to say.
One of the dance moves Glover performs is the South African Gwara Gwara, to draw a parallel between the racist oppression of black people in South Africa and racism in America, which is pretty ironic given that racist oppression currently taking place.
Paul, you don't know why the fuck he does that dance. You don't know why the fuck he does that dance, Paul. You think Donald Glover does dozens of dances in that video. You think he's doing that one dance to pull this like super deep point about apartheid and colonialism and land redistribution in South Africa, like in this one single move in the video? Like there's so much going on in the video. Obviously there are deep and interesting little references here and there to like the 17-second bit of silence from the Parkland shooting, which some people on the Donald Glover Reddit have pointed out. But Paul, you don't know why the fuck he does that dance, and you don't even know anything about apartheid in South Africa, so shut the fuck up, dude.
The guns being attentively taken care of with a red cloth represents how Republicans care more about guns than lives. Another irony, given that defensive gun uses by victims are more common than gun uses by violent criminals, according to the CDC's own figures. Firearms violence has also been plummeting for the last 20 years, even as gun ownership soared.
Okay, Paul, all true, but this has nothing to do with the video or the points that the video even makes. It's a big fucking red herring, you fucking moron. Like, people aren't mad that people own guns and use them safely and, I don't know, protect themselves with them if they in fact find themselves in danger in like a home invasion or something like that. There's not a part of the This Is America video where Donald Glover takes a gun, he walks over, he puts it in a safe, he closes the safe, he locks it up, and then he walks away. That doesn't happen in the video, dude. It's mass shootings, it's people getting gunned down, it's chaos, it's anarchy, it's people dying left and right. That's not what the fucking video is about, dude. What people are mad about and what the video is referencing is things like hundreds of politicians being bought off by the NRA every year. What people are upset about and what the video is referencing is when you have people like this dude who jumped the White House fence and then has his guns taken away from him by the FBI. There's no protocol as to what to do with them afterwards, gives them back to his dad, then he gets them back in his possession and shoots up a Waffle House. People aren't happy about that. Or when people are demanding that their politicians address these issues, but instead in the Florida legislature, they rule porn a public health risk. Because apparently getting riddled with bullets, not as big of a deal as just jerking off to some, whoever your favorite porn star is. I'll just let you. Did someone say XXX Tentacion? It's so gross. Okay, guys, stop it. This was not an open invitation to gross me out, okay? This is not an open invitation. This is not an open invitation. Let me put it this way so Paul gets it. Here we have Donald Glover as the NRA. We have over here as the gun, high-school lobbyists and campaign contributions. And then here, the victim, we have any hope of sensible gun reform getting passed. That's sort of how I see the meme playing out. So he gets it, so he understands.
Glover also poses and pulls facial expressions like a caricature of Jim Crow. Jim Crow laws were racial segregation laws enacted by Democrats.
Democrats did it. Oh, really? Imagine my shock, Paul. Imagine my fucking shock. Well, let's look at the electoral map. Here we have the Obama election. Here we have all the racist Democrats up here, I guess, electing Obama into office. Also, let's look back to, let's say, the Lincoln election. Oh, whoa, that's crazy. All these red states are up here now. Why are they all up here? Oh, and all these blue states are down here now. Whoa, that's weird. Let's look at the Jim Crow era. Well, all these red states are still up here. All these non-racist, freedom-fighting Republicans, they all lived up here. And now the racist Democrats are all down here. Maybe what would have happened at some point is they realized the weather was more preferable in their respective areas and everybody moved. And that's just how that went down. Let's take a look at civil rights passing. Oh wow, the presidential election around there, it's like all the blue states are up here now and all the red states are down here. Well, that's weird. It's almost as if like this issue tore the country apart and caused people to do a bit of a switch, a political realignment to different parties, and the parties are just fucking words. And the top over here in this area, this has always been very metropolitan and forward-leaning and progressive, and you're just a lying piece of shit, and you don't understand anything about American politics because you're a British retard. And, you got Nene. You got Nene.
Glover trying to escape and run from America, which is represented at the end of the video, encapsulates the overarching nihilistic message that America is corrupt, evil, and racist. So corrupt, evil, and racist that it allows Glover, a black man, to reach the top of his game in both acting and the music industry.
We see now that Paul really just like sort of sees black people as like the Borg. So if one of them is famous, it must mean that all of them are doing well and are famous, despite the fact that through the housing crisis, I mean, people of color got hit worse than anybody. And you lost so much familial wealth out of your house when you got kicked out of your house because we decided to, instead of kicking people in their homes, let's just kick them out and give all that money to the banks.
America is so corrupt and evil. It defeated the twin terrors of fascism and communism, became the biggest economic powerhouse on the planet, created a strong aspirational middle class, including a generation of upwardly mobile black families.
Okay, Paul, I get it. You think America's the best? I need you to turn the sound down on this just a little bit, just a smidge on the computer. Thank you. I get that you think America's the best, dude, but I don't know, we've done a lot of fucked up things over the years. I mean, here's a nice little list that I pulled together of all the governments that we've tried to or successfully overthrown since World War II. Also, before that, I want to say, you're talking about America being so powerful, but the middle class has been shrinking, dude, by more than 10% over the past 30 or 40 years. Also, you guys are millennials. You should know by now that you earn 20% less than boomers did at this very same stage of life. You got the college loans, you got a shitty job market, you don't got unions, you don't got health care, you guys don't got shit.
Fuck
So,
old people.
here's that list that I told you about, just kind of remind you of all that fucked up shit. It's set to some great music from the Austin Powers soundtrack. China, Albania, East Germany, Iran, Guatemala, Costa Rica, and Syria, and Egypt, Indonesia. When you see an asterisk, that means they were successful. Here we have Iraq, North Vietnam, that they screwed the pooch on that one, they lost. Cambodia, Laos, and Ecuador, even France. What the fuck? Cuba, and Bolivia, Indonesia, and Ghana, and Chile, and Greece, and Costa Rica, and Bolivia, and even Australia, along with the British people that sort of prevent them from having as much independence as they would like them to have. I'm not going to play the rest of this.
This music video has had over 120 million views in 10 days. Videos that emphasize its social justice narrative have tens of millions more views. This is a potent piece of cultural and political propaganda delivered via the medium of pop culture. And me sitting here debunking its delusory, sophistic themes isn't going to reach 120 million people. We need to create our own art. We need to create our own music. We need to create our own cultural narrative.
Can you imagine the fucking people who listen to Paul Joseph Watson making art? Thankfully, you don't have to. I've already found a little bit of it in his Twitter feed. Because as you know, conservatism is the new counterculture. That's his meme. Conservatism is the new counterculture. Here's a good piece of art. The form, man. This is so original. I'm just moved so deeply by this. Also this is the right-wing T-Pab, I like to say. It's Ted Nugent's Love Grenade. It's a harrowing tale of romance and self-actualization and the grenade being in your fucking mouth. Yeah, this is gross to me. I fuck down here with the veggies, though. I fuck with the veggies. The pepper and the green beans and the broccoli and the carrots. The rest of it, not so much. The guitar doesn't even interest me. Oh, also here we have a right-wing piece of art. This is actually a left-wing police stencil over here in the UK, but then somebody put a shitty, like, typeface on top of it, like they just did a bad Photoshop job. That's really impressive right-wing art there, Paul. Also we have this is essentially the Mona Lisa right now, the right, the Van Gogh of the right wing. Mwah, 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 mwah. Delicious. Also there's this wonderful Fashwave Reddit page, where apparently they make 80s themed Nazi art. Here's one of my favorites at the first one. Make your ancestors proud to have you as a descendant, with two Vikings in front of a weird Tron 80s grid in a digital sunset.
Oh my god.
Do you make this and think that your Viking ancestors are looking down on you, like shitposting on Reddit and jerking off to anime titties and just being like, you make Odin so proud, young son. Surely you'll go to Valhalla. Right after you die from eating too much barbecue chicken wings and Mountain Dew Code Red. Also, this one, some weird Nazi guys, military dudes, but with weird video filter. It says 1987 over here when they weren't even fucking alive. There's like a time code up here, like they're being shot on a VHS camcorder. There's a bit of and it says, we won't take it anymore. They're fucking dead, dude. Like, they're not gonna take shit. Also, this one is great. It says, whites have bigger dicks, and there's a big dick statue over here with two gray stone balls and a fabulous looking Nazi guy next to a tank, and it's just really, it just looks like some really bad 2000s era like digital computer art. Like, when the fuck did you make this? This looks like it came from 2003. Like, it says you posted it 8 days ago, but this looks like you made it in 1998. Like, this looks like you ran this off a fucking gateway.
Oh my
Like, how did you
God.
pull that one off? It's just that right-wing intuition, just making dated digital art, I guess. Let's see what the fuck else.
We
Paul
need
has
to
say.
define what America stands for. We need to make America cool again.
Now, if anybody's gonna make America cool again, Paul, it's you. You're gonna really make America cool again, dude. I'm really excited for that to fucking happen. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Paul is not even American. You don't even live in fucking America. Go away, dude. Thank you. All right. That's the end of that chapter. That's the end of that chapter. I'm not being rude and checking my phone right now. I'm trying to access a piece of fan fiction that I'm going to read you.
Oh yeah.
I read this when I do one of these things because I hope one day that the person who wrote it will come up to me afterwards and say, hey, that was me, I'm the one who wrote that. And then I'll say, hey, what's your name? Cool. Let me take that to a judge so I can get a nice restraining order on it. So you can't come within a mile of me. And I think I could hand this to a judge and they just right away say, okay, that's fair. You should not be anywhere near this person. You're Mr. Fantano. All right, let's see. It's called My Meeting with Fantano by Pepper. By Pepper. All right? A strong 10. A strong 10. This is slide 1. All right, it begins. It is just one of those days where you don't want to wake up, everything is fucked, everybody sucks. I was lying in bed, checking my phone, catching up on Fantano's posts I had missed during the night. I read his Tumblr, his Twitter, his Facebook, his Wikipedia for eventual changes, his MySpace, his Reddit, and his Craigslist. Nothing have changed, well except one post on Twitter. Good morning. Hey guys, I'm having a private meet and greet in my backyard. Come see me. He have also uploaded this video of him yelling into his phone, but the tweet is far more interesting. I do a backflip out of bed and I put on my favorite Death Grip shirt and my purple shorts and drink my organic orange juice out of a glass jar. Then I jump on my gay-ass bike and I am on my way. I am there within an hour. His house is just like I imagined it. It looks like any other house. He is so humble. I sneak through his front door, passing my framed pictures of MC Ride in the hallway, all the way to his back door. I shiver as I inhale the air of glory which once had been inside of Anthony's lungs. I open his back door carefully. I see Fantano. He is sitting behind a booth made of a wood sign that says, meet and greet. Anthony is extraordinarily glorious looking today. I see that he's not wearing a shirt. That's odd, but nevertheless exciting. I can see all of his beautiful and dangerous tattoos. Hi, I say. Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. He rises from his chair, and I can see his needle drop. The needle being his penis. He tells me that he is psyched that somebody showed up. I'm just realizing that nobody is here. Maybe they ran away when they saw his schlong. I, on the other hand, am not bothered by this fact. I say, I know, but don't get worried that nobody loves you. It's just that you tweeted this at like 7 a.m. and maybe they don't love you enough to read all of your tweets like I do. Anthony is blushing, and then he suddenly makes a sort of choked face. You want to meet my kids? Of course, dude. I've been hearing so much about them. Anthony breaks the door to his house and then comes rushing. Then comes rushing back with 7 small fingers in his bare arms. He throws them to the ground on the cold dirt. In front of me, I see 7 miniature Anthonys, some with longer hair. Those are the female ones. Their names are, according to Anthony, Steve, Michaela, Doug, Xena, Dinklepup, Shorty, and LeBron. They're so cute. I'm about to lose my shit. They say to me in sync, hi, buddy. Anthony yells something in Swahili, and his kids run back into the house.
No.
Anthony then tells me to get out of my clotherines. I do what I am told, and my needle drops. Anthony points out the obvious, and we laugh hysterically. His face warps into that face I told you about earlier, and he whispers, race me.
Race him,
Anthony
Fantano.
starts running down the street. I follow in a trance. All of a sudden, we are in some sort of low-income neighborhood with graffitied walls and whatnot. In the middle of the street, there is a basketball hoop. Anthony creates a ball out of thin air and scores a solid 10. He lets out a mighty roar. I look at the busy nerd hanging with his massive arms in the basketball hoop, doing pull-ups. The numbers change every time. There was a 9 there earlier, now there's a 10. It's totally inconsistent. Fantano is love, Fantano is life, the end. That's the story. I'm gonna put my life in my own hands and I'm gonna do a Q&A and take a few questions from you guys. You're by far the most intense crowd so far. Luis, is this not the most intense crowd so far? Yeah. It is. Like, everybody here seems way more excited than they were yesterday. Like whoa, how many people here are vegan? That explains it. Last crowd had no vegans. There were no vegans in the last crowd. How many people are gonna go vegan after today? Oh wow, okay, that's good. That explains it. The vegans here, they have the extra energy. Unfortunately, my veganism, it doesn't stop my allergies from killing me. All right, who wants to ask a question? Okay, young blood, throw that question at me, okay?
So when you have your worst track for albums, are you surprised ever when it turns out to be like some of the best songs or like some of the most popular going forward?
Honestly, I'm not surprised anymore about what I do like and what other people don't. It's just happened so many times over and over and over again. You know, when I have to put out a review, then I know people aren't going to like my opinion of it. But the new Nas album. It's just, you know, it just comes second nature. It's like, okay, you know, we're gonna go through this again. Okay, he likes it. He thinks it's a 10. Those anti-vax lines, though. You know, the anti-vax lines came off a little weird. You know, it didn't seem really conspiratorial, but still gave off like a weird vibe. Anyway, at this point, just sort of being at odds with my audience just kind of seems like it's the natural order. You know, I'm always being told like, hey man, I didn't expect you to like that. I didn't expect you to hate this. It's just kind of like, it's just what happens. And I'm glad it happens that way. Honestly, I'd rather it be that way than just be predictable. You know, although it's really good sometimes we can all convene on an album and be like, hey, that's awesome. Just like how all of you guys love Kids See Ghosts. I heard some boos. I get a lot of flack over that. Okay, what's up? Long hair. Come over here.
I got 2 things. Okay,
One thing. You have one thing.
Sorry. Well, there's only one question. Okay. So I know I saw you post about Wolf Girl and Machine Girl many moons ago when it first came out. Have you ever listened to any of his more recent stuff? What do you think?
I haven't listened to a lot of his recent stuff, but I have listened to Wolf Girl, and I did talk about that. But no, I haven't listened to the new stuff. You know. Yes, I can sign your keyboard. Yes, I can sign your keyboard.
The guy that came up did it right. He was supposed to say Kinsey Ghost is lieutenant.
Got it. He really fucked it up.
Fuck you, Dylan.
Fucking Dylan, man. Always fucking shit up for everybody. Okay, Tank Top. I see you over there, Tank Top. Throw me that question.
If you could replace Megadeth on the top 4, who would it be?
If I could replace Megadeth on the top 4, who would it be? Good question. Probably,
Dark Angel.
Shut up. That's my question. Probably a little bit of Voivod or Exodus. Probably, yeah, one of those. Yeah. And I probably would replace their fucking asses with that shit. Okay, next question. Are you wearing a hat in the back?
Headband.
With glasses? Is that you? Yell to me and I'll repeat your question to everyone. What is it?
Okay, do you ever get triggered by shit in your YouTube comments, like you rated Lil Pump's album above, like, My View versus Fantasy, or like, yes! Yeah! What the fuck?
Yeah, I do get triggered by some stuff. I just told you guys earlier that hey, listen to me. I do get triggered. I just told you earlier that the people that do the meme with the, hey, good review, but they're all gonna die tonight. You're all dying tonight. Did you forget? Did you forget that you're dying? Are the people jumping up and down, the dead ones? You better be, because this is gonna be the last question you ask anybody. Okay, spend the rest of the night listening to Death Grips and, watching whatever it is on Crunchyroll that you like to watch. White Hat, come over here, White Hat. You do have a yellow flannel, thank you. Has the show been a strong 9 to a light 10 so far?
Easily a strong 9.
Okay, thank you. All right, what's the question?
So if you were at a party and you were handed the aux, what song would you play and why?
Good question. The first thing that came to my mind was probably MIA Bad Girls. I just love that song.
Gucci Gang!
Maybe a little Gucci Gang afterwards. I'd actually rather play one of Pump's harder songs, personally. Okay, yes, you have the Daniel Brissett shirt, yes, R.I.P. Come on over here. Give me that question. Don't touch it, don't touch. You have a mouth, I'm gonna hand it to you.
So I just want to say that many years ago I met you in Connecticut at Red Scroll, and I said, yo, I'm from Virginia. And you were like, what the hell are you doing here in Connecticut? And I asked you about My Bloody Valentine. I was 18 at the time, now I'm 25. And thank you for reviewing it as a classic album. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Come here, give me a hug. Wow. It's all come back around. One more question, because that wasn't a question.
Fantano, over here! Come on!
Okay, that guy with the white shirt with the green hat. Is it a green hat? Okay, come on over here, dude. Come on over here. Nice Foxygen shirt.
Thanks, I got it at a Foxygen show. Are there any good lo-fi hip-hop artists?
I mean, are we talking about lo-fi hip-hop in the sense of like, hey, like Def Jux stuff, or like Stone's Throw stuff? Or are we talking about like new YouTube, like, anime studying music? What are we talking about?
The anime study stuff, not like the actual like low fidelity, hippity hoppity kind of stuff.
I got what you're saying. Okay, I got what you're saying. Like, there are some interesting lo-fi hip-hop producers on Bandcamp all over the place. But the thing is, like, I feel like that sound, because it's so ambient in tone, it's sort of just found a home for itself sort of in that YouTube community. I don't even think the genre itself is bad. The thing is, like, I think because the word hip-hop is attached to it, like, there are a certain level of kind of aggression or kind of like, upbeat expectations going into it. But the thing is, like, it's kind of like an ambient thing. It's like ambient techno back in the day. Techno music typically very aggressive and hard-hitting and straightforward, but ambient techno being so much more chill and laid back and just kind of like, vibe music. And I feel like lo-fi hip-hop is kind of providing that same vibe and direction, but for a new generation, because you guys are listening to more hip-hop than techno. You know, that's like back in the day when I was young, like techno was this new exciting thing. There were house pop songs everywhere, and it was just like this new cutting edge thing that everybody listened to. You know, nowadays, not as big a deal. So now, lo-fi hip hop is kind of providing that ambient, laid back, chill out kind of music type vibe. And again, I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's just that it's not meant to kind of be listened to or enjoyed. It's never going to go as viral as like a Kendrick Lamar or something like that, because it's just meant to be a vibe. You know, it's serving its purpose. You know, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but again, it's never gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, holy shit, have you heard this, like the greatest lo-fi hip, it's changed my life, man. It changed my life. I aced that fucking test, dude. I aced it. All right, last one for real. Last one for real. But you know what, hold on. But as we go forward, as you just said, there might be like a bit of a, you know, an Aphex Twin type figure to come out of the lo-fi hip hop community. But the thing is, like, I feel like, you know, chill hip hop beats, it's already been a thing for a little while now. You know, there's quite a bit of it on Brain Feeder already. You know, it's just kind of about the labeling. You know, that's really all it's about at the end of the day. Hit me, dude.
All right, how frequently do you listen to music from different countries, and if so, like what genre do you like?
I would say I'm like doing a little bit better now than I used to. I'm enjoying quite a bit of just generally Latin music this year. I'm planning on reviewing this. Yeah, her new pop single is excellent. Also, there's this older singer who I think goes by the name of Eliza Soares, and she has a new record out that I want to review, and it's like kind of super experimental, like Latin rock stuff. So I'm planning on, you know, trying to review that. But I think nowadays there's a growing interest in music outside of U.S. borders, and the more that it seems like you guys are interested in it, the more I hear kind of recommendations getting thrown my way. And, you know, really at the end of the day, like, that's how I get a lot of the stuff that I review. Like, it may not seem like that way because you guys are kind of just watching from the outside of it, but like a lot of the shit I get turned on to, even Brockhampton, you know, it comes by way of, hey, like, you should check this group out. Like, I'm a really big fan of them, because I can either just kind of like hang out with you guys online and get cool recommendations of stuff you're actually listening to and stuff that might actually be good, or I can just hang out in my email inbox all day and just have PR people blow smoke up my ass and say, hey, you gotta listen to this. This is the hottest new artist that's ever been fucking alive in 2018. You won't believe it, man. They're so great. They're so amazing. You know, but the thing is, like, you guys, nobody's paying you guys to say what's good and what's bad. You know, you're telling me because you're genuinely interested in particular things, and because you sort of see this relationship as being reciprocal. You know, because I'm recommending you things, you're recommending me things. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that, everybody. This has been amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The story has been wonderful and exciting so far. I need you to do two things for me before I go. No. If you are interested, do hit up my dude Luis over at the merch table, because we do take cash and cards, and I need you guys to hit me with a melon chant as I walk my way upstairs and bow to you, and thank you deeply for making this possible and being here and making all of this worthwhile, because if it wasn't for you, I'd just be fucking yelling into an abyss. So hit me with that, please. Hit me with it.